Talking about labels and focus on my face. Hello Vlogalogue. So this week we are talking about labels. And most people really don't like labels, but it's actually a part of how we as human beings understand the world. The real bad thing is when we put labels on something and they're incorrect. But we do. That's how we understand the world. We understand the world through labels. And this misattribution is really when things kind of get rough for people. Like, for example, with children, if they see a fluffy animal and then they understand that that fluffy animal is a cat. So the next time they see a fluffy animal that's not a cat, they'll call it a cat because they have made this label, this intellectual category with which to assign to the cat or dog. One thing that a lot of people really struggle with labeling is a relationship. And the reason why we struggle with it is because if we label it, then it is defined. And if you aren't quite sure how to define it yet, then you don't want to label it. And sometimes one person wants to define it and the other person doesn't. And that's where things can get rough. And sometimes labels can be harmful and destructive and downright mean. I mean, anybody who was called names or picked on when they were kids can understand that. And I don't think there's anybody who wasn't, name called or picked on when they were children. Some people got it worse than others. I mean, I've definitely had more than my fair share of it. But it's those labels that can sometimes then haunt us. And if we were called one of those labels, and then someone calls us that name, now it can be an easy trigger to madness. One of the labels that I always got, I'm going to call the other F-bomb, because I don't like to say the word. And I know that some people are okay with it for some reason, but for me, nope, me no likey bundle of sticks. But back to the more broad understanding of labels. There's an awesome quote in the X-Files movie, and I can't remember it. Hold on. Okay, this isn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be, but it still made me think of this idea of labels. If we fail to anticipate the unforeseen or unexpected in a universe of infinite possibilities, we may find ourselves at the mercy of anyone or anything that cannot be programmed, categorized, or easily referenced. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I think that I want to just edit this one out and get it out quickly. And we'll see you next week.